Last night at UFC 247, Jon Jones defeated Dominick Reyes via unanimous decision. Throughout the card, many fighters and fans thought that a lot of the decisions made by the judges were incorrect. Here's what Dana White had to say about the judges.
Just a quick one back to the judges. I know some people said that Jones, you can see an argument for 3-2 Jones, but would you agree that 4-1 to Jones is not an acceptable scorecard?
Yeah. Insane.
Joe Rogan was also not happy with the judges' performance last night. After the event, Joe said, "I can't argue about this enough. I can't get angry enough. I've done it so many times now. For anyone to think that was a 4-1 for Jon Jones, that person is insane. They're insane. Dominick Reyes put on a hell of a fight tonight, and to disrespect that kind of performance with that kind of judging is insane." Jon Jones reacts to people saying that Dominick Reyes got robbed at UFC 247. Jones says that he can try to beat him 1,000 times and he'll win each time.
No, I don't think he was disrespected. I got takedowns. He got no takedowns. I got his back. At one point I put a hook in. Fifth round, I was surprised on the output difference we had. I got to watch the fight though. You know, I don't want to. It's hard to speak with confidence when I haven't watched the fight. I don't think Dominick had any excuses for losing tonight. He lost. It was close, but they say close only counts on with handguns, what horseshoes and hand grenades, right? So he can try 1,000 times, and I believe I'll edge him every single time. And I feel like I took some of his cleanest shots, and at no point was I wobbled. You know, I think my vision went out at a few points, but you know, God has blessed me with a chin, and that's something I can't take credit for at all. Either you're born with one or you're not. And I have a great chin, so I'm grateful for that. But a heart of a champion, man, that's something that I don't know can be taught by a coach. I think that's also something you're born with. And I got to let that come out. I knew it was inside of me. One thing about fights like Thiago Santos and Gustafsson and tonight, you exercise that warrior spirit. You exercise that little bit of that a lot of people don't have, man. You know, when the going gets tough for a lot of people, they look for a way out. There's a little door. Rampage Jackson talked about it. There's a door that opens up and says, "This is a challenge here. The easy way out. You can take this fall. You can tap out. You can let them catch you. You can pretend like that body shot hurt and curl up." And I'm grateful that I got to exercise my dog tonight.
Dominick Reyes speaks on his performance over Jon Jones. He also speaks on Jon keeping his fingers out during the fight.
I mean, I'd never been in the 4th and 5th before. It was a big learning experience for me. I kind of knew I was up 3. I felt like I put it on him in the 4th as well. And the 5th, I thought he was going to do something wild. Like, I thought he was going to be spinning the whole time and trying to fly knee and all that, so I was just sticking and moving, but it is what it is. I thought I could get it done, and I felt like I won that fight, but the judges here in Texas, they didn't agree. I mean, look at the numbers. Look at how the fight played out. Those takedowns, how can you even score those as a takedown? He burned more energy trying to take me down. I just popped right back up like it was nothing, and then I elbowed him off the break. So it's like, you're gonna do me like that? But it is what it is, man. All I know is I am the truth, and people are gonna. People saw that tonight. You know, many people from the top down in this organization have told me I won that fight, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud, and I'm proud to represent, you know, my friends, my family, my culture. You know, everybody who believed in me. You know, I shook up the world, even though I didn't win in the judges' eyes. I don't know who's judging, because even if they were boxing judges, I had some very impressive boxing out there. You know, I was working the body, I was working the head, I was slipping, I was having fun, man. But whatever. I'd like to fight him again. He at the very end of everything, you know, he was like, "Dude, you're the real deal." Like, I did not expect that from you. I'm like, I know, like, saw it in your face, but. He said, when we rematch, it's going to be epic. A couple of times I punched his fingers. I wasn't batting it down. I was punching the fingers like, bop. Yeah, don't stick your fingers out, man. Like, I wasn't doing that. You don't need to try to stop me, put a spike in my face. But it's neither here nor there. I mean, I got it done. I was still landing, even with that or without that or whatever. I was having fun.
Dana White at the UFC 247 post-fight press conference speaks on a potential rematch between Jon Jones and Dominick Reyes. Dana also speaks on the co-main event in Valentina Shevchenko versus Katlyn Chookagian.
Yeah, so coming into this fight, my big thing was the only problem with this fight is the general public doesn't realize how dangerous this guy really is and what a huge threat he is to Jon Jones. You know, he was a 4.5 to 1 dog, which is crazy. There's no way that guy's a 4.5 to 1. You saw it tonight. I never talk about fights right after. First of all, you guys were in here. I was just backstage doing some interviews. Jon Jones walked by with his legs all wrapped in ice, and they carried Dominick Reyes by me. Like, guys were carrying him. So when you see that backstage, you know you just saw an incredible fight. And do I think that he deserves a rematch? Sure he does. But we'll see what happens. Coming into this fight, in no way, shape, or form did I think that Jon Jones was going to walk through Dominick Reyes. And if you thought that, you don't know enough about fighting. Because there's no way. Dominick Reyes is the real deal. I knew it before, and I definitely know it now. I was sitting there tonight, and I was listening to some of these body shots he got hit with, and the kicks, and the punches. Dominick Reyes would have knocked 100% of the people he fought out with some of the stuff he hit Jon Jones with tonight. And Jon Jones, not only did he walk through it, the one time that he got knocked down, he slipped. I thought that was a slip. I'd have to see it again, but I believed it was a slip at the time that it happened. And Reyes was hitting him with shots tonight, and Jon Jones was not walking backwards. He was walking forward, walking Reyes down. He's a bad boy, man. She's so awesome. She's such a professional and such a good human being on top of it. But at the end of the day, man, she's a gangster. That woman is an absolute gangster. When you got a gun tattooed on your hip, you are somebody not to be with. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, she's so impressive, and she looks so good tonight, and I look forward to seeing her next fight.
Valentina Shevchenko speaks on defeating Katlyn Chookagian via TKO. Valentina also speaks on a potential trilogy fight with Amanda Nunes.
I studied Katlyn good. I studied her movements, what she's doing, her like fins, how she trying to showing, for example, like looking to other side and throw some different things. So I knew all of this. I knew all her tricks, and I knew that she is gonna use it. That's why I prepared good for the fight, and nothing was something that surprised me a lot. From the beginning of the fight, I wanted to feel her power, because I heard a lot what she was saying about the distant range, and I never fought someone like she, and like I wanted to feel, is it truth or maybe it's just words? And that's why it was kind of like, after I felt, and after the last elbow in the first round, when I cutted her, I knew that the fight is not gonna last all 5 rounds, and I just trying to find the like best way to finish. I just want to continue defend my belt, and but I'm not discarding any opportunities in the future. As I'm said before the fight, this fight with Amanda, it's something that beyond what she wants, I want. It's not there anymore. It's just gonna happen sometime. I don't know when. I'm not saying, okay, tomorrow. No, probably not. But it's gonna happen sometime. And when it's happened, I will be ready.
That's going to wrap it up for the news. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe to Full Mount MMA on YouTube. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Jon Jones versus Dominick Reyes. First one says, Jon Jones looks like he's convincing himself and the rest of us that his takedowns won him the match. The second one's from Dr. Pig, and it says the judge who scored that 4-1 in favor of Jones has the equivalent eyesight of Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles standing in a poorly lit room looking through tinted shades out of a glazed window, trying to read the name of of an old wooden boat sitting on the horizon. And the final one says, LMAO, Jones was warned multiple times to watch his fingers during the fight. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next video, be sure to drop a comment down below on this one.